Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. In this Borderlands 3 video, we're going to be doing a showcase on this Reflux, right? Now this is by far the most useful Reflux that I've had my hands on, especially for the Guardian Takedown. Especially when the Guardian Takedown first came out, this was definitely one of the main weapons you wanted to have, especially with this anointment. Inside of the takedown, bro, it still remains that corrosive and shock stay the same as the best two for the raid. Unfortunately, radiation doesn't perform as strong as it did in the Malawan takedown and the Guardian takedown, as you would think. So it really is important to match elements. I mean, even especially like before the nerf and everything to the entire health of the enemies in that takedown, it's still very wise to match elements inside of the game, for sure. But anyways, we're going to be going over this one. This is literally the Reflux that I use for like the builds to beat the Guardian Takedown with Flak. I've used this gun so many times in like a lot of videos, showcase. I've never made a video on this specific one for a showcase, which is kind of ironic. But I've used this thing in like the streams all the time, like whenever I'm running through the takedown, literally with Amara or Flak, it will be with this Reflux on hand because it's so gosh darn useful. Now, let's go ahead and look over our other setup. So we're running an Old God here for, it's just, Old God's really good. It just helps out a lot, especially with the booster is decent. I prefer the chance to absorb bullets on the shield, but it'll work. And this is the stack bot. Now this stack bot is useful for everything, best for nothing. Because if we could roll, I mean, I don't know. I'd say best for nothing is kind of a little below, because this stack bot is by far so good. It's good. It's good for everything. But like if I could have one with like this one, for instance, if that 31 splash damage was on was crit damage, then I would use this one just for the showcase. But like especially. This Reflux is just so useful. And a Pearl, you know what I'm saying, and then a Mitosis Hunter Seeker. We don't need Corrosive because we are going to be using only the Reflux. So we'll go ahead and give ourselves more shot damage. Oh, you know what? Here is our setup. You know what I'm saying? This is the main build that I use for the Guardian Takedown. For Flak, the 2-2 Fang, that's only is useful for whenever we switch to the back burner, and it helps the recursion. It's obviously not that useful for Reflux, but regardless, let's go ahead and show off our Stalker tree. You know what I'm saying? This is where we actually go 5 out of 5 in self-repairing system. Nothing in the Eager to Impress because we have ×14 projectiles, so we'll easily get our 3-shot fadeaway back. 3-shot fadeaway in the Guardian Takedown is so useful. But yeah, and then you know what I'm saying, 3 out of 3 in Persistence Hunter all the way. Boom, and we're gonna get 3 more skill points this Thursday to play around with, put somewhere else. We'll see. Anyways though, let's go ahead and let's just go. We're gonna go show some of this in the Guardian Takedown because that's where it's most useful, just for its sheer mobbing capabilities. And then we'll run through an Athena later on. But let's go ahead and head to Minos Prime. All right, so we're here. In the Guardian Takedown, obviously. Let's go ahead and pop our fadeaway and let's just get to work with this thing. I don't know how far we'll go into the takedown in this video. I'll probably just show up to the first crystal phase, because even against the first boss Athena, it's actually still really good whenever he spawns in his secondary enemies to try and help them out. So keep that in mind, and even in those situations, if there's just mobs, it's just going to be perfect for this takedown. It's just very useful. The crystal phase, as long as you have your shock ACs up, it's really going to do massive amounts of work. And of course, if you're running 3-shot fadeaway, you should have no problem of always having your ACs procced at all times, because you should be easily able to go in and out of fadeaway like nobody's business. But yeah, this is like my main bread and butter for Flak right now. I'm definitely going to be using this gun throughout the new DLC. Whenever it does come out on Thursday, because this Thursday obviously I'm gonna be trying to go super ham in the paint with the DLC, 5 uploads that day at least, type of thing. Obviously I'll probably continue the trend of doing a video for every new boss fight initially, although those don't really do that well, but I'll still do that. And then new comms, new reviews, showcases on the new weapons. Probably do showcases on the new comms and stuff as well, especially the ones for Flak, depending if it's not terrible like the trainer. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And then also we also can make some new builds with some of the new gear and some of the new weapons and stuff, which is always super awesome. But yeah, so far I think this thing's showing off pretty well what we can do in here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut straight to the crystal phase. Alright, so we're over here by the crystals now. We're gonna clear some of these ads for a bit, then we're actually gonna show what this thing can do actually in the crystal phase. And then we'll probably go ahead and head over to Athena's and do the Athena's run. But I really did want to show this thing what it could do in the hardest content in the game, and it's very good in here for sure. Like I would argue, you could argue it's the best takedown for the best shotgun for the Guardian takedown. That and the recursion, of course. Recursion is still an absolute monster. Vanilla Destiny, yeah, a vanilla Mayhem 3 weapon. Recursion that any player can get still performs so highly in the hardest content 9 months into the game's life cycle. That's pretty respectable. We gotta give the recursion credit where credit's due. And let me not stand right near the suicide guys. Alright, let's do this. So first off, let me go ahead and pull my pet over here. Go attack that guy. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Very solid. See, you gotta love when you can actually have the pet taunting work. It's very useful most of the time. Hey, bud, what you doing here? I generally like to try and fill this crystal before I move to the other ones, just so I don't have to worry about 3 portals at the same time. Perfect. Now I will be totally fine with playing with 2 crystals for sure. I don't care, or 2 multiple portals. It's all good. Damn, I would really prefer if you were not on this crystal. Alright, forcing my hand, it's all straight. This gun makes the crystal phase so much more manageable. This crystal is doing pretty solid. We'll just go ahead and rotate over. The only thing about the ×14 that I don't like over the ×7 is that you do have to reload a lot more. There we go. Reflux is almost single-handedly just cause the enemies to wipe away. Although it does take a lot of, it does use quite the amount of ammo. Yes, this is very true. I will switch over to our cut person launch pad for sure. 2, 3, perfect. And I've done this multiple times, like done mid switching, artifact switching while like in multiplayer games, so like the enemies don't pause while you go into your inventory, and it's totally possible to switch to the gut person between phases, even on flak. Just going to fade away. It'll work most of the time. But even then, you can still take enough damage. Alright. Oh, man. Got my ass. Bet you over there. Dude, this thing easily makes light work of the crystals. That's easy light work of the crystals so far. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go ahead and head over to Athena's. I at least want to show this reflux we do getting to this point. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll go on over to Athena's, and we'll show obviously just a quick little Athena's run. But I mainly wanted to show what it could do in the raid, and some of the tougher enemies inside the game. Plus, you know, if you watch the streams or anything, you know that this is the main gun I use throughout the raid, alongside the Monarchs for sure. Especially being on flag, it just allows for Megavore to just crit, stack by Pearl, so much fucking damage. It's insane. Matching elements the entire time against armored and shielded enemies, which is perfect. So yeah, perfect gun for the Guardian takedown for sure. Let's go ahead and head over to Athena's. Well guys, we are on Athena's. It is time for us to melt these enemies. Obviously, if we melt Guardian takedown enemies, nothing on Athena's is going to do stand even remotely similar to a chance. I think the freeze tags are our biggest enemies. Because yeah, nothing over here is going to like do anything to us. If you can melt, if you have something that can melt the Guardian takedown, you can melt anything else in the game. Like, period. We are here. Even with the Nog shield on this thing, I mean, absolutely eviscerated. This thing is pretty massive. This thing is a complete absolute tank of a weapon. And I would say this is probably like best for flag, just because you can get all the pellets to crit super casually, and the chains to crit. 3-shot fadeaway is just so fucking good, so good. Alright, so I'm gonna wait for the Chupacabra rush to spawn his ads, and then we're gonna kill him, because that's super. This thing's a mobbing gun, so anytime like there's mobs near an enemy, bro, completely shreds. Alright, so Tron wouldn't isn't, oh man, even with no enemies to chain damage to this thing, wow, ripped off his shield. This thing is so fucking like amazing. Alright, well, let's go ahead. Let me actually get rid of this freeze tag bastard thing. See, let me show you what we're working with here. Once again, you know, here's our stack bot, very good, very good. Pearl, very good for obvious reasons. My Toast Hunter Seeker, Shock Old God, 100% ASC shock damage, Science 14 with pretty solid passives. Weapon damage, crit damage, you know, I mean, it's pretty standard on that. I mean, obviously times 7s have a much higher base weapon damage because they shoot half the pellets. But I mean, still, this is the reflux is so gosh darn good. Once again, quickly got the setup again. Very, very simple. And yeah, hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, then go ahead, drop your low in that like button and subscribe if you're new. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and give that bell down there a bit of a love tap for me. I would greatly appreciate it. As well as want to give a huge shout out to some of my tier 2 and tier 3 members. We got the homie Chase, Lost Grace, Tanito Ward, Squirrel with a Gun, and then the homie Ronaldo Gill. Also the homie Poke and Chris. Some big time homies, for real. You guys are pretty awesome. I greatly appreciate you guys. Anyways, guys, that's gonna just about wrap up the video. My name's Kree, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.